Hello, this is Janet Michael. In addition to hosting The Valley Today each weekday at noon on the River 95.3, I also produce podcasts. And I'm excited to kick off Season 2 of our podcast series in partnership with Rappahannock Electric Cooperative. It's called We Are REC. Every week we'll release a new episode talking to different people from REC about a host of different topics. We'll get tips for saving money on your electric bill. We'll talk about renewable energy and the impact it can have in our communities. We'll get some behind-the-scenes info about what happens when the power goes out in a storm. Don't miss out on information about community grants, scholarships, REC-hosted events, and more. Get every single episode on our website at theriver953.com under the podcast tab, or you can subscribe for free in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or on Spotify. Just do a quick search for We Are REC. Hello and welcome to The Valley Today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Friday as you are listening to the show today. However, we have pre-recorded this conversation over Zoom on a Thursday morning. Sage Ola is with me and she is outside. So I heard birds chirping, Sage, right before we started recording, and Sarah mentioned that her dog may go crazy at some point. So I love the Zoom part of this because it really does give you a little peek into people's real lives.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm excited to talk to both of you today. So Sage is with Digging Daylilies, and I found you, Sage, on Facebook because of an event that you're having tomorrow as people are listening to this, and it's a fundraiser for healthy families, which is who Sarah is with. So Sage, tell me a little bit about the Daylily Farm. Where is it? How in the world did you start a Daylily Farm?
We're just north on 522, about just a few miles from the hospital. I started this about 7.5 years ago. I just love flowers, and I wanted to figure out a way I could change or incorporate my my hobbies into doing something good. So I just created this little daylily farm, and the very first year I had it, we did a little fundraiser, and it's just been growing ever since then. So my focus out in the field is just on registered daylilies. So I have a lot of unique flowers that you can't find anywhere else, and just little specialty flowers just to give some specialness to your garden.
Registered daylilies is like an official thing.
It is. So there's registered daylilies, and there's hybridizers where people can pollinate these flowers and create their own little varieties of them. The cool thing about the registered ones is that you know when they're going to bloom, you know what color they are, and people have to go through a lot to get them registered. So that's what, and they're varieties you can count on to bloom, and they're going to look like they're supposed to and bloom when they're supposed to, and then you can really get some fabulous colors and designs with them too.
How many acres do you have there? I mean, how many daylilies do you think you actually have growing there on the farm?
So this is a 7-acre little farm. And the cool thing about this farm is back in the 70s, it used to be a Christmas tree farm.
Ah.
So, and the owner of it, before we had it, the original owner used to farm this land. So it's kind of a neat thing to have a piece of property that we're continuing to share with the community. So with the 7 acres, I would say maybe a little over an acre is just the daylily farm. And the rest of it, I've got goats and alpacas and miniature donkeys and miniature sheep and some other fascinating animals that are really neat to see when you come to the daylily farm too. I believe I have about 1,000 varieties of daylilies out in the field.
Wow.
Some are, I have more than others because, like I said, these are really kind of hard to find daylilies. But yeah, I've got about 33 rows of daylilies and 33 big old flower beds, and just short, tall, spiders, fat ones, little baby ones, all kinds.
And daylilies as a flower, as a variety, are pretty hardy. I mean, they're kind of difficult to kill, even for somebody like me who swears that I would kill a plastic plant.
Yep, you know your daylilies. You're so right. I've had some where I forgot to plant them, and in the spring I see them shooting up. They weren't even planted. They are just laying there, and the green is growing up. So I don't have I don't have like the best green thumb. So if I can grow these, anybody can grow them. And that's what I love about them. And they multiply. Some multiply faster than others, but they do multiply. And so it's really neat. And they bloom at different times of the summer too. So you have your early, your mid, and your late ones. So it's kind of like, my kids and I call it like Christmas morning, going out every morning to see what's bloomed, because it's always something different. And if you plant them, if you buy different varieties, you can have color all summer long.
And I know that one of the most popular colors, or that you see a lot of, are orange ones, which I love because orange is my favorite color. So
Yeah.
in some way or another, orange is in almost every type of daylily you see, whether it's mostly orange or just a little bit of orange.
Yeah, and I've got some unique ones that are like more like towards the blue and the purple, and I've got ones that have different colored edges, some that are bitones. I mean, a lot of these aren't just one color. They've got little, I think maybe they're orange with a red eye or something like that. So they're really unique.
And I know we're going to talk about the event itself in more detail in the second segment, but are you open? Like, can people just come on any given day and pick them? Do they dig them? What's the process for coming out, or do they just get to come and look at them and can't really take them with them?
So our slogan is, you pick them, we dig them. And I like to show the field by appointment, because I do work during the day. So usually people just call and make appointments, or they'll message me on Facebook, and we'll set up a time for them to come out, and they can walk through the field and pick which ones they want. And then I will follow behind them with the shovel and dig them and tag them for them, and then they take them home.
I love that. That sounds amazing. So
yeah,
you mentioned this event tomorrow is the 7th annual. When you did the very first one, have they all been for healthy families?
The first 5 years I did it for the Blue Ridge Hospice. Yeah, so I've always done a fundraiser. So the first 5 years were for Blue Ridge Hospice. And then last year, I decided to do it for healthy families. My sister used to work for them in Indiana. And so I know all the great stuff that they do, which is pretty amazing. And I just felt like it'd be nice to give them a little, shout out and some extra help.
So how will the fundraiser work tomorrow?
So the way the fundraiser works this year is people have messaged me to get like their free ticket number. And so when they come up, we'll just ask them for their number. And if they don't remember their number, they'll just tell us their last name, because we'll have that on record. And then they park. They'll be given a clipboard with a list of all the daylilies, their locations, and the prices. And they'll walk through the aisles, and whatever they like, they'll write down. Once they've written it down, they'll give it to the checkout tent. They'll pay, and then we'll go out and dig the flowers for them. And then we usually have some sort of bluegrass music in the background, some snacks they can eat in the shade, go see the animals, and just relax for a day on the farm.
And how does it work as the fundraiser piece of it?
So I give 20% of proceeds to healthy families. And then if you donate $10 or more to healthy families, I also have pre-dug free daylilies I give people too, just for donating and just saying thank you.
So Sarah, this is going to be a fun event for you. We were joking before we started recording that you're literally sitting in your basement recording this on Zoom, but your background screen is nothing but daylilies, which I thought was so incredibly appropriate.
Yes, we are excited to be with Sage again on her farm, and are so happy that we were selected again as the charity partner for this year. It's a fun-filled day on the farm, and so we can't wait for tomorrow to come.
So let's take a break. When we come back, Sarah, can you kind of fill me in on Healthy Families and what you guys do for the community, the types of people that you serve, and then we'll do a quick recap again of the event and all the details for that as well?
Sure, absolutely. My pleasure.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue our conversation over Zoom. Again, you're listening to this on a Friday. However, we have pre-recorded it on a Thursday morning. We are chatting with Sage from Digging Daylilies and Sarah from Healthy Families Northern Shenandoah Valley. I am Janet Michael. You are listening to The Valley Today, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Do you know anyone who is struggling with financial hardships because of coronavirus? Our new webinar called Coping with the Money Crunch can help. We'll talk about immediate options to consider, revising or creating a spending plan, and lots of community resources. Then we'll cover how to narrow your priorities, contact creditors, and avoid scams and risky loans. The webinar is free, and you can either join by phone or through Zoom on a smartphone, tablet, or computer. You can find out more by visiting the Northern Shenandoah Valley Financial Education Program on Facebook or calling Karen Poff at 540-635-4549. Let me show you how to make your own plan or help someone you care about get through the crisis. Call 635-4549 or visit at NSV Financial Education on Facebook today.
Welcome back to The Valley Today. I am your host, Janet Michael. We are pre-recording today's conversation. You, of course, are listening to it on a Friday afternoon, but it is Thursday morning here on the Zoom screen with Sage from Digging Daylilies and Sarah from Healthy Families Northern Shenandoah Valley. And Sarah, we were talking in the first segment a lot about the Daylilies and this fundraiser that Sage is hosting tomorrow to benefit healthy families. Tell me a little bit about Healthy Families. What do you guys do there?
Sure. Healthy Families, this fall is actually our 22nd year in the community. The mission of Healthy Families, we provide education and support for all families. We try and promote healthy births and continued nurturing of just children. We try and make sure that they can reach school age emotionally and physically healthy. And so families can begin our program while the mom is at least 20 weeks pregnant. And she has to enroll in the home visitation piece before the baby is 3 months. So one of our mottos is Healthy Families right from the start. And we all know for any parent out there is that babies don't come with instructions. And so everyone needs that extra encouragement and support. And so that's kind of what Healthy Families is. It's a family support program. It's a national model evidence-based program under Healthy Families America. And we serve Frederick, Clark, City of Winchester, and Warren County. And there's actually 32 other sites across the Commonwealth of Virginia. But so we are celebrating 22 years this fall. And last year we worked with about 206 families in the service region. And the program is voluntary and it wraps around support systems. If the family needs housing, if they need clothes, we have a diaper incentive program where families can earn diapers and wipes once a month by keeping their visit with their worker. Of course, COVID-19 has thrown a bit of a glitch for us, but we have switched over to telehealth services as of March the 15th. And so now we have the telehealth platform, so we haven't missed a beat. We are still serving families, connecting with them via phone, via iPad, computer, and helping to connect them to the needed services in the community.
And don't you guys have a car seat program?
We do. So there's a couple different programs that we do. We have a car seat program. We also have the Cribs for Kids program. So if there's anyone in the family that's in need of a portable pack and play crib or a car seat, we are a distributor of those items. They can call our office. We also distribute new baby care packages. We have a partnership with United Way, and usually on the day of caring, we collect items for the new baby care packages and then distribute those back out to families that are delivering at the hospital or to brand new parents that don't have the basic essentials for their children.
And there's a lot of things that go into those new baby kits, because I remember last year, right before Day of Caring, I think someone from Healthy Families was on the show with me for United Way, and she was showing me all of the things that go into these new baby kits. And my son is 25, so I am long since removed from needing new baby stuff. And there's some really cool stuff that's out there for new moms now.
Absolutely. There's lots of new things. The exciting thing is, even being a grandparent, though, to help healthy families and to help if anyone wants to make a difference in the community, some people will host either a like a diaper drive, or they'll host a baby shower at their house. And they're like, what, why you're not having a baby? What are you doing? And so they will sponsor it. They'll do it in honor of healthy families, and then donate all of the items to our program so we can give back to the families in the community. So there's a variety of ways that people can help the program. We collect new baby care package items, so wipes, baby lotion, diapers, body wash, diaper cream, ointment, shampoo, blanket, washcloth, a baby towel, and the outlet plug covers for safety. So we put those together with a community, our United Way community resource guide, package them up nice and pretty with a bow, and then can distribute those. We love books. We love early literacy and trying to build the families' libraries in their homes. And so anybody that's interested in doing a book drive for us to collect new or gently used books, we expanded 4 years ago. Instead of serving first-time parents, we now serve all families. So we have families that may have 4 other children, and they are coming into our program for the first time because their circumstances have changed, and maybe they lost their job, or maybe they are homeless, or they have a history of mental health or substance use issues. There's a wide variety of stressors that the family might have to where they just need that extra encouragement and in their parenting.
And I would imagine fundraisers like the one that Sage is hosting at Digging Daylilies are really great for you too, because for those times when you don't get the actual donations of stuff, you can use the funds that are created from a fundraiser like this to help buy those things.
Absolutely. It will make a tremendous difference to all of the children and families in the community. We were able to host a diaper drive, like a drive-through event back, was that in April? We did a diaper drive-through event and was able to distribute diapers and wipes and formula out in the community. So yeah, every dollar makes a huge difference. We are a grant-funded program under Winchester Medical Center. So every dollar is either grant funding or fundraising efforts like the one at the Daylily Farm.
So Sage, tell me again, how is this fundraiser going to work? Give me the details for when it is, where it is, and how people can participate.
So the fundraiser is on Saturday, and we came up with 2 time slots, a 9 to 12 and then a 12 to 3 time slot. So people have messaged us on our Facebook page, or they've emailed us at diggingdaylilies@outlook.net and requested a free number to get in. And so that will, and we'll probably have a few people show up without numbers. And if our numbers are low, they're more than welcome to come in, And yeah, so this year's a little different, but I think it's going to be great.
Well, and that's one of the things that I've been talking so many guests about with the ones that are bringing back some of their events. Everything has changed now in the age of COVID-19, and you can't just show up for things anymore. And some events that used to be inside are now being moved to be outside. So you really had to put a little bit more thought into this, but you kind of had it built in because you were already outside and already had a beautiful garden for people to wander through.
Yeah, we're social distancing outside. I mean, this is a great, if you're just venturing out and you haven't done much since COVID, it's a great little event to come to, where you don't have to, it's outside, fresh air. You don't have to be near people. We actually are doing a little side fundraiser this evening for the first time that I think we'll do every year. And we're hosting paint night in the Daylily field tonight.
Nice. So by the time people hear this on Friday, they will have missed it, but they should look out for those in the future.
Yeah, so I think we'll do it every year, the week before the Daylily event. The Daylily event is held the first Saturday after 4th of July every year. That's peak bloom for all the flowers. So I think we're going to make our paint night an annual thing also. We have about 40 people signed up. So we're going to bring blankets and sit out and paint. I think it's a really nice thing to be able to do with social distancing and, fresh air and all that.
So during the break, I had asked you if you had a favorite variety or a favorite daylily that you liked, and you didn't take much time to come up with your answer. But the other piece of that you told me that I thought was really interesting is the number of people who come out to purchase daylilies in memory of somebody or because they remind them of a loved one that either has passed or is even still with us.
Yeah, it's a really an interesting, special thing how it's kind of has meaning to people in different ways. I've had people buy a daylily because it's their last name. I've had people purchase daylilies because I have one called Grandma's Smile. And so they bought it and gave it to their grandma, or they'll keep it to remind them of their grandma. They've bought flowers that have their dog's name. They've bought flowers because it's their favorite place to visit. These daylilies, there's so many varieties with so many unique names that people have really kind of gotten into the names of them. Some of them are, are really out there, and some of them just really hit you and you're like, oh, I really like that. And so it's really neat when people buy them to give them away as gifts. I think that's a really neat thing.
And you said that your favorites kind of change over the years and sometimes depending on the season.
Yeah, it's really neat because when I first got into them, and I think most people, they like the big, bold ones, the bright ones. And then once my collection kind of started to grow, I started liking the little small ones. Then I really got in spidery ones. There's one called Velvet Ribbons. And the first year I planted it, I looked out my window and I thought, what is that blooming out there? And my daughter and I ran out in the field and that was it. And I thought, wow, I never really was into spiders, and it's dark velvet red and it's just beautiful. So it's, I think, as you get to know them, you just like different ones for different reasons. And so it's kind of a neat thing.
So where is the Daylily Farm located, and where can people get more information about the fundraiser tomorrow?
We're located just a few miles up on 522 North off of 37 at 454 Marple Road. As far as the information, you can find us. We have a Facebook page, and we created an event for this also.
So they can just search for Digging Daylilies on Facebook and you'll pop right up.
Yep, or they can give us a call if they want more information, which is 540-514-5424.
And I know, Sarah, you were rattling off a list of things that go in that new baby kit and all the different types of services that you provide. If somebody wants a list to know what they can donate or how they can donate, even if it's just writing you a check, preferably with a comma. I always like when people write checks to nonprofits with commas in them. Where can they get more information about Healthy Families?
Sure. Yeah. Our website, it's Healthy Families NSV for Northern Shenandoah Valley. So healthyfamiliesnsv.org is our website. We also have a Facebook page as well. And our office number, it's 540-536-4113 for more information. And everything is on our website, from referrals to projects and how they can make a difference.
So will you have people from Healthy Families at the fundraiser tomorrow if somebody has questions about what you guys do?
Absolutely. I will be there along with my staff, and we will have our display board and information and giveaways from Healthy Families.
Fantastic. And 20% of all of the proceeds, Sage, go to Healthy Families. And if you make a donation of $10 or more, you get to take a daylily home at no charge, right?
Yep. We have pre-dug ones for people to take, just for saying thank you for giving a little extra to them.
Awesome. Well, ladies, thank you so much for taking time out of your Thursday morning to have this conversation with me. I really do appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you. This was great.
Thanks, Sage. Thanks, Janet.
We are going to wrap up today's conversation. We have been chatting with Sage from Digging Daylilies and Sarah from Healthy Families NSV. If you missed any part of the show notes and all the links and phone numbers and everything that we mentioned are already up on the river953.com. Just click the podcast tab and everything is already there ready for you to go look at. I hope you get out to Digging Daylilies tomorrow. Pick yourself some great ones. Send me some pictures. Put them on the River's Facebook page of all the orange ones that are there. And I will meet you back on the air Monday a few minutes after noon. We're going to have a conversation with Front Royal Christian School about their reopening plans for fall. So meet me back here on Monday just a few minutes after noon, and have a great weekend and try to stay cool.